Okay, let's kick off this explainer by doing something a little crazy. I want you to imagine the exact opposite of everything you thought you knew about the cosmos. You've been told your whole life about these regions of space so unbelievably dense that not even light can escape their terrifying gravitational grip, right? Well, what if we completely invert that concept? Today, we're diving into a forbidden cosmic mystery, something physics itself has kind of kept hidden from us for decades. We're looking at the exact time reversal of a black hole, an object so mathematically perfect, yet so deeply perplexing, it literally forces us to rethink the very fabric of reality.
After this, you are coasting through the void, approaching a terrifying cosmic boundary in the absolute deepest reaches of space. You're bracing yourself for that familiar, inescapable pulling force of gravity. But instead, a sudden deafening silence gives way to an explosive, roaring eruption of matter. You are witnessing a singularity shattering outward. This isn't a force pulling you in. No, this is a blinding, brilliant light that violently rejects anything trying to enter. It's a one-way exit door in the universe, spewing energy and ancient matter with a ferocity that absolutely defies conventional logic.
And here is the kicker. After years of intense speculation, scientists are staring down an unbelievable reality. They've actually pinpointed the signature of this impossible object out there in the infinite darkness. For the longest time, researchers just assumed these things were mathematical ghosts, quirks of equations that didn't physically exist. But recent analyses of mysterious repeating cosmic signals have completely shifted the scientific consensus. We're standing on the precipice of a totally new era in astrophysics, staring directly at the ultimate cosmic anomaly. Let's get into part one, the ultimate cosmic reversal. The crucial thing here is understanding exactly how this phenomenon flips the script on the normal life cycle of a collapsing star. To really grasp the magnitude of a white hole, we basically have to unlearn the rules that govern our everyday universe. Imagine the mechanics of space and time running entirely in reverse. On one side, you've got the black hole. Its event horizon is the ultimate point of no return, an infinite gravity well that consumes all matter. On the flip side, the white hole operates on the exact opposite principle. Its event horizon is this impenetrable, blinding boundary. Absolutely nothing from the outside universe can ever cross that threshold to get inside. It's the ultimate cosmic fortress, continuously and violently blasting matter and light out from its mysterious core. Imagine physically trying to enter this space in, say, a heavily shielded spacecraft. You fire your thrusters at absolute maximum capacity, pushing hard against this brilliant tide. But the closer you get, the more space-time itself literally contorts to push you away. You'd find the fundamental laws of nature repelling you backward at the speed of light in a cascading, luminous stream. The very geometry of space forbids your entry. It's a pretty wild realization that our universe actually contains regions entirely closed off to us, existing strictly as fountains of creation rather than pits of destruction.
Which brings us to our next phase, escaping the impossible horizon.
Let's dig into the underlying physics for a second and see how this builds on the foundations established by our greatest minds. This brings us right back to Albert Einstein and general relativity. His equations perfectly describe the math of space running backward in time, which gives us the exact framework for a white hole. The Schwarzschild solution, the very math that proved black holes exist in the first place, actually contains a mirror image solution. The math insists that if a black hole can exist, a white hole absolutely must be mathematically possible too. And yet, for nearly a century, nature just seemed to forbid them, hiding them from our telescopes and presenting a forbidden mystery that physics itself tried to sweep under the rug. Now for a real game changer, the loop quantum transition. What's incredibly fascinating here is how a dying star actually escapes that trap of infinite collapse. For the longest time, scientists just hit a brick wall trying to explain the singularity at the center of a black hole. The laws of physics just broke down, full stop. But a revolutionary new framework provides a stunning escape route, and it's called loop quantum gravity. This theory suggests that space-time isn't perfectly smooth. Instead, it's quantized, made up of tiny, indivisible loops. This means when a massive star collapses, it literally cannot shrink down to an infinitely small point. There's a hard limit to how small space can be squeezed. Once that collapsing matter hits that absolute limit, boom, it experiences a monumental quantum bounce. This framework gives us the exact mechanical answer for how the singularity at the heart of darkness eventually shatters and rebounds outward. So we can actually track this violent life cycle step by step from the explosive death of a massive star all the way to its shocking cosmic resurrection. First, you have the supernova. the spectacular explosion of a dying star. Second, that remaining core collapses in on itself to form the black hole we all know. Third, deep inside that darkness, matter reaches maximum compression, triggering that quantum transition we just talked about. And finally, step 4, the matter rebounds in a spectacular white hole eruption. It's this incredibly beautiful, totally terrifying cycle of cosmic recycling. Just sit with that for a second. Consider the profound implication here. The consuming darkness of a black hole is merely a temporary phase before an inevitable, blinding explosion. This means that every single black hole currently devouring dust and stars in our night sky is essentially a ticking time bomb. Now, because of the extreme time dilation near a black hole, this transition might take billions or even trillions of years from our perspective here on Earth. But for the matter falling inside, that transition from inward collapse to outward explosion happens in a fraction of a second. The darkness is really just a brief pause before the light returns. And that sets us up perfectly for our final section, the Big Bang connection. We are about to escalate this concept from a single dead star to the origin of our entire universe. Think about the staggering possibility that the dawn of time was simply the ultimate cosmic rebound from a previous collapsed reality. We're all taught that the universe began with the Big Bang, a massive expansion from a singular, infinitely dense point. But under the lens of loop quantum gravity and white hole mechanics, that initial singularity is no longer an absolute beginning. It becomes an exit point. Our universe could literally be the sprawling, expansive aftermath of an ancient, unimaginably massive black hole from a parent universe, finally reaching its quantum limit and bursting open. This completely turns astrophysics on its head, bringing us to the ultimate revelation: everything we know might have violently erupted from the throat of an impossible object. The stars, the galaxies, the planets, literally every single atom making up your body right now could be the ejected material from a cosmic-scale white hole. It's a total game changer because it elegantly solves so many mysteries about the rapid early expansion of the cosmos. It implies this infinite chain of universes born from the collapsing remnants of older ones, a breathtaking cycle of cosmic breaths, inhaling as black holes and exhaling as explosive white holes. The greatest hidden secret of the universe is blindingly bright. We started this explainer looking at the deepest darkness, and we end staring directly into the most brilliant light imaginable. I want to leave you with a thought that completely shatters conventional understanding. The cosmos is far stranger, far more violent, and vastly more cyclical than we ever dared to believe. Because if the Big Bang wasn't the beginning of everything, but merely the exit wound of a dying universe, what unimaginable reality existed before ours?